Howdy y'all, welcome to Nerd Studio. We're out at the range today, going to talk about choosing a pistol for concealed carry. Stay tuned. For those of you who aren't familiar with my background, it'll be 4 years in May since I moved from Seattle to North Carolina. I'm a software developer by trade, hence nerd gone south. Yeah, I recently went back for a visit, went out to see some friends and family. It's been spent about 9 days there. It's been a while, and I had dinner with a friend of mine named Tina. We've known each other. I'm in the South now, so we've been knowing each other since about the 6th grade. And that's a while. You know, we caught up, and that was a lot of fun, but a good part of our conversation was about guns. She's very interested in taking up target shooting and getting her concealed carry permit. And we talked quite a while about how to choose a handgun. And after our conversation, I thought, hey, I could make a few videos on that, so here we are. You know, choosing a pistol is something that can be a really personal thing and has a lot of different factors in play. Anatomy plays a huge part of this choice. You know, your hand size, your strength, the shape of your body, all those things are a consideration. How you intend to carry the gun is also a factor. You know, some people want to carry it off body. They want to put it in a purse or a briefcase, that kind of thing. Some women are interested in things like bra holsters, and you know, some folks are considering like carrying it on their ankle. So there's lots of things that you need to nail down. The size of the gun will also affect your ability to conceal it in some parts of your body. So anyway, this can be a pretty involved process, and I thought maybe I could, you know, sort of share my thoughts on it. So we're going to do several videos. In this first video, I want to talk solely about accuracy. Now, first and foremost, the gun you choose should be the one that best allows you to align the sights to your target in a gunfight. That'll work. Plainly said, that the purpose of carrying a concealed handgun is to defend yourself. It's not because you find it comfortable. Once the legal right to use deadly force has been established, you want a pistol that best allows you to bring the fight to a conclusion with you as the winner. Right? And finding that gun can take some work. It really can. Now, don't do it the way I did it. The most cost-effective way to start is to rent or borrow as many handguns as you can get your hands on. Look for a gun that you shoot most accurately. Now, many people are going to make the argument that you know, ergonomics is a key factor when picking your gun. Well, my response to that is, if it feels good in your hand, but you don't hit as much, it's kind of a silly argument. You want the gun that you're going to hit most often with. Now, yeah, being able to get to the controls and all of that is a consideration, but it feeling good in your hand, not at all important. Of course, now, when we're talking about accuracy, we're not talking about, you know, bullseye shooting. You know, sure, that, you know, that discipline that you use in target shooting does help, you know, sharpen your skills, but for practical purposes, you need a pistol that you can shoot rapidly and in adverse conditions. You know, in a gunfight, you're not likely to have solid footing. You will probably be shooting on the move. You'll need to be able to shoot multiple shots quickly, and you're going to need to be able to shoot with either hand. What if a hand gets injured? Your heart's going to be hammering, your adrenal system kicking into overdrive. You want to do all this while being able to hit your target in places that cause rapid blood loss or disconnects their electrical signals from the brain to the rest of their body. So head and heart, right? As you sample guns now, I recommend you do your best to compare how those guns perform in these conditions. Now granted, that may be difficult depending on the range that you're at. Some limit how fast you can fire and may require you to attend classes before you can shoot from alternate positions, say getting down on one knee or prone, that kind of thing. Getting your heart rate up may be a problem too. They may not want you running in place and then drawing your gun and shooting. You have to look and you have to ask questions and find the best place. Now, some will say parts such as, sights and triggers that can be replaced or modified do help you shoot more accurately, and they do. But I would start by comparing stock guns first. When you add the additional variables of altering the gun to your selection process, the number of options increases greatly and kind of makes sampling each variable impossible. I took the most expensive route you can take to find my daily carry gun. I just kept buying them until I found what I liked. I tried multiple guns, and I think I started with the Ruger SR40C and then reluctantly settled on the Glock 19. Glocks are one of the most uncomfortable in my hand. The saying that they feel like a bar of soap really does resonate with me, and every time I picked one up at a gun store, I hated it. I bought my first Glock just so I could do comparisons with it. I was frequently getting asked by people watching the videos on the channel, hey, how does that gun compare to a Glock? I don't know. I've never shot a Glock. So I went out and I bought a Glock 17 so I could make that comparison. The reality is I shoot the Glock best. I am the most accurate in all cases with the Glock. I'm able to put the sights back on target between shots faster, and the gun has less muzzle flip for me. I'm not an expert in the physics at play here, but the common understanding of why this is the case is a thing called bore access. And essentially, the higher the bore is off the gun, the more muzzle flip you're going to experience. For someone like me with relatively small hands and relatively small and weak hands, I type for a living, right? This is pretty darn important for being able to get your next shot on target, because it allows you to get the sight back on target faster because you've got more control of the gun. Now our official Southerner, Bob, my father-in-law, can shoot just about anything without muzzle flip being an issue. He's got hands like picnic hams created by a life of swinging hammers. So if that describes you, this may not be as critical. Putting rounds where you want them is the first consideration, in my opinion. It's the highest order issue. Okay, that's my spiel on accuracy. In the next video, we're going to talk about how the size of the gun, and size does matter, affects where you can conceal it. And I think we'll talk about ammo selection as well. Pretty important stuff. All right, folks, always remember anyone can shoot. Anyone can shoot and have fun. It's been a while since I did a video. It feels good to be back. We'll see you next time.